Op 29.0.0. Start virtual camera not checked. Stop recording checked. Survive while 0.99.6. You will just open your travel items. Hi, you have. Hi. 9. Your screen. But this overtime. Look. Nearest. There. Near. Short grass straight off to the right. Shallow water straight stone barrier straight off stone barrier behind. Short grass straight behind. About 21. Short grass straight off to the right. About 20. Shallow water straight stone barrier behind. Game. 9. There. Nearby. Short grass in front of the little ways off to the left. About 142 tiles away. Game. Nearby tiles list alt plus N. Short grass in front of the little ways off to the left. About 108 game. Nearby tiles list alt plus N. Short grass in front of the ways off to the left. About 79 game. No. Nearby tiles list alt plus N. Short grass slightly in front far off to the left. About 5th game. Nearby game. Below. Slightly in front far off to the left. About 30 tiles away. Slight. Back and stop. There. Short grass straight off to the right. Objects list. Item animal character list. Animal locations list. Animals math house game keyboard area alt plus E. You are not tracking anything. Nearby animal items list. Object item animal list. Math tracking settings for game. Nearby located items list. Set box in front of the ways off to the left. About 13 tiles away. Game keyboard area alt plus E. Nearby animals wandering rabbits like tracking. Option news manage to near. Game keyboard area alt plus land. Message game. Nearby options menu list. Nearby animals list. Wandering rabbit. Wandering fox slightly. Wandering fox slightly. Track game slightly behind and far off to the left. Slightly in front of the bear distance off to the right. Located items list. Set box in front of very slightly off to the left. About 9 tiles game. Near set box in front of the little ways off to the left. About 23 tiles game. Near set box in front of the little ways off to the left. About 8 tiles away game. A small away. Near game 22 first. 24 you have just no. Entire inventory. You see the sword. Look and you have just open. 1 first. No one much around. You are starting to sweat. 2500. You have just opened your bag. Please select what you fool. Then animals. Prepare food and drinks. Edible line fish. Edible line meat. You have 1. Edible line rabbit. You have 19. Edit. 0 please left C. Cancel. Your final data front of the 1 data front of the way 1 data game. You have just applied. You have just opened your bag. Entire compass. Out of character. Fish when DHS I kiss. Please chat disable. Look at 0 degrees. 3. Message in radio L. Cancel. Rate 30. Rate 50. Message in L E T S space F I N D space M O R E. Caveat 2 says let's find more. 5. Near objects list majestically tall palm tree behind and a fair distance off to the left. About 29 majestically tall majestic game keyboard near tiles. Shallow water stone barriers for spring behind and a fair distance off to the left. About 23 game. There. Current location a small oasis. You are not tracking any. 7 first. 0 first. You have just opened. Left. You have just opened your vision line. Vision line fire starter. Flare. You have faded line. Marty line. Faded line. Yo. Faded line. Fuzzy line. Wrap. Flannel line. Vision line. Pole. Vision line. You don't see any way to use those 2 items. Edible line. Edible line. Edible line. Vision line. Pole. You don't see any way. Edible line. Edible line. Rabbit. Edible line. Rabbit. You have vision line. The wandering rabbit is behind and a little ways off too. There are no animals worth noting. Nearby short grass straight off to the left. About 86 months straight off to the shallow water straight off. Object items 1 day behind 1 day slightly in front of. Game keyboard area alt plus T. Oh. Nearby 1 day slight tracking settings for game key. Please select the subgroup of the off list key hanger. Cancel. You have just broken line 6. ST string stone. You have play ST string stitch. You have just opened ST string. You have stitch. You have play ST sub string. You have just opened play. You have play. You have quick line ball. You have ruler left. Vision fire flare. Faded line fuzzy line flannel line vision line ball. You have attached. You have just opened vision fire flare. Faded fuzzy line flannel line vision line ball. The wandering rabbit is slightly in front of a fair distance off to the right. 17 tiles away. Please left, 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 C. Left, left, C. Cancel. You have just OP. All clothing out of right hand. You have fishing line pole in your left hand, nothing in your right hand, and you have drawn nothing. Angela. Fishing line pole. You have just OP. Knife. Right hand. Left. Nearby objects list. Majestically tall tiles leave slightly in front, far off to the left, about 12 tiles away. Game. Go on. Nearby tiles. Short leaves straight in front, about 10 game. 1000 bell. 1000 bell. You want to stop by one row and let in this game. You're on that box. You game slightly. Slightly in front of the fair distance off to the right. Slightly in front of the fair distance. In front of little ways off to the right. That game. 915 your block items list F5 in front and very slightly to the right, about 7 tile game keyboard. Your objects list items list game. Nearby object tiles, short grass slightly behind and far off to the left, about 93 tiles away. Shallow water slightly, short grass slightly in front and a fair distance off to the right, about 120 tiles away. Stone barriers, short grass in front and very slightly off to the left, about 4 tiles away. Game. A small oasis. 7 done, you have just open. Left, your 26. Sword. 0 first. Sword. You see the sword. Left hand. 1 first. 7 under. You are starting to sweat. You have ice. You have ice. You have ice. You have ice. Auto walk-in disabled. Zones will not be spoken. Zones will be spoken. You are slightly but not uncomfortably cold. Please left, C. Cancelled. 7 done. Gravity. Medical item. Pan. You have just a pan. You have just pan. You have just opened your bag. Please select entire. Create a publisher. Select from an archery metal classic massacre. The classic arena with melee blade. Fight with various melee weapons. This arena with go tag. Laser tag. Island mainland mini. Sword fight. Hollywood definition of island mainland mini. Acid. You are walk online players. Zumarafi. Zion. Options for private. Message D-R-O. Space J-O-I-N-E. Space N-Y. Space A-R-E-N-A. Your PN cancel. PN to Zion. Bro join my. You have just N-way line gun line stand line restore line grenade. You have free. 12 line gauge line M1202 line shotgun. Router line 6.35 set sword. You have 1 line 3 compass. You have knife. You have 1. Router line 6. Knife. You have 1. Compass. You have 1. Set line 3 line sword. You have set line 3 line. Router line 6. Sword. You have 1. Router line security line 0.357. Router line 6.357. Sword. You have 0.357. Router line 6. Destroy this or start this. Combat star media cancel because the Nexus just came online. 2 3. 2 1 2 3 because Zidus just joined this arena as combat message in radio LD RO space IAM space RECORDING. Use A to the arena colon. Bro I am recording. You are current. Message in DIDEO. Use A to the arena colon. Video. Nearby type game. Use A to say Zidus as the arena colon. O. You have router line security line 6 line revolver in your left hand. Nothing in your right hand and you have drawn nothing. You have just a .3. Router line security line 6 nearby items look and very clear. Zidus behind and very slightly to the right about 7 game keyboard. Zidus in front and very slightly off to the left about 8 game. You are not tracking anything. Your side below 2 front and slightly off to the right about 9 track game. Below 4 in front and very slightly off to the left about below 4 in front and very slightly to the right about 19 tiles. Below 4 in front and very slightly. Below 1 in front a little ways off to the right about 16 tiles away. Below 3 in front and slightly off. Below 1 in front and very slightly. Below 4 in front and very slightly. Below 4 in front and very slightly. Below 4 in front and very slightly. Tracking stopped. You are not tracking anything. Your side in front and slight track game in front and very. Lock in front of a little ways off to the left about 11. Above 4 slightly in front of a fair distance off to the right about 6. Above 4 in front a little ways off to the right about 18. Above 6 in front of a little ways off to the left. You look. Below 4 in front and slightly off to the left about 12 tiles away. 481 L. Message in rate R E F F E. Cancel message R E. Cancel message R O F L L L L F. You say the arena colon Bravo. Below 4 in front and very slightly off to the left about 12 tiles away. You are. You do not bring yourself to stand in front a little ways off to the right. In front and very slightly to the right. This is. You have just opened link. You have just opened your line 3 line card. You have 3. Screen in front about 20. Above green screen in front about 27. Above green screen. You have just opened. 0.35. You don't. In front and slightly off to the left about 25 tiles away. You lost it. In front and very slightly off. In front and very slightly off to the left. Screen in front about 20. Above 6 in front and slightly. Below 4 in front and slightly below 1 in front and very. Is it? You lost. You lost it. Screen in front about. You don't see any way to use it. You have nothing in your left hand. Point 3. You have just opened. Router. Is it? Router lines. You lost. Above 2 in front and slightly off to the right about 20. In front and slightly off to the right about 19. In front and very slightly to the right. In front and very. Above 3 in front and slightly off to the left. Above 5 in front and slightly off to the left. Above 4 in front and slightly. Above 1 in front and slightly. Above 5 in front and slightly off to the left. About. Screen in front about 90. In front and very slightly off to the left. About 19. 78 for above 2. You have just opened your front. Above 1 in front and slightly off to the left. You have just opened M12. M12 2 lines out. In front and very slightly to the right. About 44 above. Is it? In front a little ways off to the right. About 30. Is it? Above 1 in front a little ways off to the right. About 35. You are above 4 slightly in front and a fair distance off. Above 3 slightly in. You look clambered above 5 slightly in front. Above 1 slightly in. Above 6 slightly in front and a fair distance off to the right. About 7. Below 1 in front a little ways off to the right. Below 3 in front and very slightly to the right. About 30. Below 4 in front and very slightly to the below 4 in front and very below 4 in front and very slightly. Message in radio edit multi AAAH. You say that below 4 in front and very slightly to the right. About 13 tiles away. You are. Is it? You are currently safe. Screen in front about. Screen in front about 20. 80% L. You have just opened 12. You have just opened your back. Lean back. Above 2 in front and very above 2 in front and slightly off. Above in front and very slightly off to the left. You are currently. Screen in front about 34 tiles away. In front and very slightly to the right. About 30. Above 5 in front and very slightly off to the left. Above 4 in front and very slightly. In front and very slightly to the right. Above 4 in front. You have just opened your grenade. Zion says to the arena right hand. Zion says to the arena colon. Deadline 3 line card 1. You have just a deadline 3 line card. You have 1. Marion just went off. Voice chat push to talk. Message in radio edit. Text pasted. You say to the arena colon. Deadline 3 line card in front and very slightly off to the left. About 20. This is in front. Screen in front about 20. Screen in front of you can't pick that up. Screen in front of screen above 4 in front above 3 in front above 5 in front and above 4 in front and slightly off to the right. About please snap 1 after. Cancel in front and very slightly to the right. You have just a router. 606 points in front and very slightly to the right. About 33 tiles. Screen in front. Above 6 in front and very above 1 in front and very above 2 in front and very slightly to the right. About 21 in front and very slightly off to the left. About 20. You are in front and very slightly to the right. About 40. In front and very slightly off to the left. In front and very slightly off to the left. You have just opened point. 700 for below 3 in front and very below 4 in front and below 4 in front and below 4 in front and slightly off. 82% L. 7 below 4 in front and slightly off to the right. About you are. In front and very slightly to the right. About 24. 406. Screen in front about 31. Screen in front about. Above 3 in front and very slightly off to the left. You have just opened. 0.35. You don't. You have just opened. 36 for. 4 in front and very slightly off to the. Message R-O-F-L. Wrong. Cancel. You are above 4 in front and slightly off to the right. You are walking. Visit. In front and very slightly off to the left. About 30. Screen in front. Screen in front about 35. Screen in front about 26 tiles. Screen in front about 18 tiles. You are. Router line secured above 4. Screen in front about. Screen in front about. Above 2. Screen in front about 15. In front and very slightly to. Above 4 in front and a ways off. In front and a little ways off to the left. In front and slightly off to the right. About. In front and very slightly to the right. About. Main players cabinet. Connecting. Logging in. Survive the Wild 0.99. Welcome to Survive the Wild. Arena cancelled. Jimmy Pink. Destroy this arena. Zion says to the arena colon. Bravo. Reboot cancelled. The ping took 701 milliseconds. Create a public arena. Select from an go back. Create a public arena. Game keyboard area cancelled. An error. An error. Nearby. Character back crack game. Slightly in front of the fair distance. Anything. No items with dead fox in front a little ways off to the right. About 5 game key. 884 stamina. 600 dead fox in front a little ways off to the right. About 5 tiles game. Nearby dead fox behind and a little ways off to the right. About 2 tile game. Zion, stop watching you. Well. You have just opened hammock. You have. Cap. Ops 29. Config delete settings. Exit. Audio mixer window. Properties from settings. Config start screen scene preparations. Transit audio. Scene audio mix controls window. Not checked. Scene controls window. Pause record. Survival wild 0. Message chat online options menu. Your game message and out of game keyboard. Your tile. Short grass straight off to the left. About shallow waters. Your bag is full of short grass straight off to the right. About 80 foot stone barriers. Short grass straight off to the left. About 129. Mud straight off to the left. Shallow water straight off to the left. About 100 game. Nine. There are. Your short grouping. Fence barriers, top items, 1 pair behind and slightly to the left. About top tile list. Fence barriers straight off to the left. About 70 full game. Near. Near. An area. Your object very tall pair, majestically tall, very tall pair, majestically tall pair, tree slightly in front of the very, very tall pair, majestically tall pair, tree slightly in front of the fair distance off to the right. About 34 tiles away. You're taller than average pear tree behind and a little ways off. Very tall pear tree slightly in front of the very tall taller than average pear tree slightly in front of game keyboard. Current location: an arid grassland. Nearby tile list fence bear object game key. Nearby tile list short grass fence barrier slightly behind and far off to the right. About 13 tiles game. Your mud straight off object game keyboard. Nearby tile list object game. Night locate. Items list 1 behind and 1 garden line stay 1 behind and 1 garden line stay 1 garden line stay slightly behind and far off to the left. About 26 track game. Behind and a fair distance off. Behind and a little ways off to the left. About 13 behind and very slightly near objects list. Very tall tree in front a little ways off to the right. About 3 tiles away. Very track game in front a little ways off to the right. About 3 tiles. Tracking stopped. Current location: an arid grassland. Current location: a very current location: a very open line matchbox. You have 2 cap. You have 10 coins. You have 100 clay compass. East 90 degrees. Apple. Nearby tiles. Game keyboard area alt. You are currently sitting by the 160 health. You have just opened your medical items. Hammock. You have 6 health line drug. You have 2 health line drug. Your bag is as full as it could possibly be. You have compass and you have just opened your bag. Entire inventory. You have just compass. North at 0 degree. Near shallow water straight object very tall tree in front and a little ways off to the left. About 29 very tall tree in front and a ways off to the left. About 37 very tall tree in front track game. Slightly behind and far off to the left. About 7. Behind and very slightly to the right. About 20. Behind and very tall tree behind and very slightly to the right. About 26 very tall tree behind and slightly to the right. About 29 tiles very tall tree very tall game behind and very slightly to the right. About 26 tiles straight behind. Your very tall tree behind and slightly to the right. About 28 track game. Tracking stop. 8 9 7. Your very tall tree slightly in front far off to the left. About 17 very tall tree slightly behind and far off to the left. About 18 tiles very tall track game. In front and a little ways off to the left. About 5 tiles. Straight in front. About 4. There. 7 922 on compass. You came to compass. Nearby tiles. Game keyboard area alt plus G. Northwest at 315. Southeast at 135 degrees. Southeast at 1. 90 degrees. Nearby. Game keyboard. Elark, current. Right. A very small current location, colon, Elark. Current location, colon, a very small tree. Right up there in patch. Message in radio H-E-R-E. Caveat who says here. The input near objects list. Very tall items. 4 apple in front, 1 paper behind and a little 4 apple in front and one paper behind and a little ways off to the left, about 3 tiles away. Game. Near one garden line space slightly in front, far off to the left, about 38 tiles away. Track game slightly in front, far off to the left, about 38 tiles. Slightly in front, far off to the left, about 23 tiles away. In front of a little ways off to the left, about 12 tiles away. Track and stop. Near one garden line space in front, a little ways off to the right, about 25. Track game keyboard near 3 nut 4 apples slightly in 4 apples 3 1 garden line space 1 garden line space 1 garden line space in front and a ways off to the left, about 21 tiles away. Game key in front, a little ways off to the right, about 25 tiles near one track game in front of the 831 camera 6 in front of the 839 camera 600 in front of very slightly off to the left, about in front of very slightly off to the left, about 11 tiles away. Near 3 nut 1 garden line space slightly in front of the fair distance track game keep select. In front of a little ways off to the right, about 58% 1 hours and 8 minutes. In front and slightly off to the right, about 12 tiles. In front and slightly off to the left, about 7. In front and slightly off to the left, about 12 tiles. In front and slightly off to the left, about in front of the ways off to the left, about 2 tiles away. Nearby items list 3 nuts slightly in front objects very tall tree slightly behind and far off to the left, about 31 tracking. Game keep roulette cancelled. Tracking stopped. Six. First location colon, right up there in patch. Near very tall tree behind and slightly to the left, about 15. Very tall tree behind and very slightly to the left, about 28. Very tall tree behind and very slightly to the left, about 28. Game you have just opened compass. You have just compass. East of 90 degrees. Nearby very tall tree behind and very slightly to the right, about 10 tiles tracking. Game. Behind and very slightly to the left, about 10. Nearby very tall tree behind and very slightly to the left, about 11 tiles. Very tall tree behind and very tall tree straight in front, about game keyboard area. Nearby very tall tree behind and very slightly to the left, about 11 tiles away. Track game behind and very slightly to the left, about there, straight behind, straight behind, about 8 tiles. About there. Current location colon, a very tall tree. Current location colon. Right up there in patch. A very tall tree. Straight, track and stop. Top of 704 health. You have just opened your bag. Compass, you have to. You are wearing some. You have just compassed. Compass. North at 0 degrees. Barry Allen just came. South at 180 degrees. West at 225 degrees. A very current location colon. A very current location colon. A very right up there in patch. A very tall tree. Top of 254. There. Please no such social cancel. Please left. Cancel. 7 please clear off left key angle south cancel. 738. 119 first. 270 you have just open line. Open line water line with 0 first. You have just opened your bag. Unsort the dick miss entered 0 first. 10 items. Fishing line novice line bag 8 items. Pet line 3 line card. You have 1. Entire inventory. You have just opened hammock. You cannot bring yourself. You cannot bring yourself. You can't place a. You are current. There. And there. You. Right hand. You have just opened hammock. You have 15. Near very tall tree in front items list 1 garden line 1 hammock straight in front about 0 tiles away. Game keeper. You are currently sitting. You are currently sitting. You have just opened hammock. You have 15. Near 1 garden 1 left hand. 1 hammock straight in front about 0 game keeper. You are currently sitting by default. Near 1 hammock game keyboard. Hammock. And there is grass hammock. 351 stamina. 3 390 energy. Caps lock on. Caps lock. Ops 20. Audio mixer with controls window. Pause. Not checked. Polyprop. Mute. Polyprop. Settings. Start. Stop recording. Check.